Hey. How's going everyone? Thank you for choosing our course. Do you want to start learning programming on Python? To start programming, it can be a little hard. So you maybe think to take some courses to start learning Python. It's true that some programming languages take a day or two to grasp of its basics. Fortunately, Python is one of the easiest computer languages and you can make your program in just a few minutes. So join us in this course and start learning the basics of Python. Do you know why Python is a unique programming language? Python is one of the easiest programming language and it's easy for beginners also. Python is not hard or strict like other programming languages. One of the best features in Python, you can write a few lines of code that can do a lot. Also, Python has a great community and support for you to help. A lot of big companies use Python such as Google, Instagram, Lyft, Quora and more. So now, let's get started learning Python. How to download Python? Download Python. First, you should download Python for free on Windows, Mac OS and Linux. Let's see how. First, go to google.com and type Python. Then press enter. And then choose the first one. And then put the mouse on downloads and choose your operating system, either Windows or Mac or either Linux. If you have Linux or Macintosh, it should be already installed on your computer. But you have to make sure that 3.6 or more, the newest version. After downloading, install it on your computer. How to download text editor. Download text editor. Text editor makes you create Python program easier and faster to write and read. So there are a lot of text editors available on internet. We will download and install a text editor called Brackets for free and it's available for Windows and Mac OS. Let's see how. First, go to google.com and type Brackets and then choose the first one. After that, download Brackets and install it in your computer. Using our first code in Python. After installing Python to our computer, we go to terminal in our computer and type Python or Python 3 is better. As you see here, Python is working well. Then try to type print and space and then apostrophe symbol and type hello world. And put apostrophe symbol again and press enter in the keyboard. Very nice. As you can see here, Python printed hello world well. This is our first use of Python. Thank you very much. understand the basic concepts of Python. So in this lecture, let's understand the basic concepts of Python. Python is an interpreted language, which means you can run the program as soon as you make some changes to the file. So that makes fixing programs is much quicker than many other languages. Python is one of the easiest programming languages to learn, and you can have your basic program and running it in just few minutes like what we did in the previous lecture. Python is an interpreted language and it doesn't need to compile it like other object-oriented languages. How Python deals with objects. Python deals with objects. In this lecture, you should know this point really well. Python is an object-oriented language, which means everything in the program seems as objects. So, you will not have to declare variables at the beginning of your program. You can do it at any time. Unlike other programming languages, also, you don't need to specify the type of variable, integer, float, bool, etc. How to use Python as a calculator. Using Python as a calculator. We can use Python to perform basic mathematics with ease, such as addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, and percentage. Let's see how. First, we open terminal and type Python and press enter. Then type any number with a basic arithmetic as you see on the screen. Try by yourself now. Don't forget the symbol means comment, which the program will not execute it and it doesn't hurt at all. It's just a comment for you. How to use square in Python. Square in Python. We can use this asterisk, which means square numbers. Python is very good and fast to calculate large numbers. Let's see how. Like every time, first open terminal. Then type Python. Then you can use the square with any numbers you like. So now you should be able to use Python as a calculator. Thanks for watching. How to create variables in Python. Creating variables. It's very easy to make variables in Python. You only need the name of the variable that you wish to name it and assign its number by using equal operator. Let's see how. First, go to terminal and type Python. Then create any variable name that you want and assign it with any number you like using equal operator. Then type another variable name and assign it with any number. Then use any basic mathematical operators for your variables. As you can see here, it works well. We also can name the variables whatever we want. Even long names would work. How to create your program in text editor. Start your program with text editor. You can easily create a Python program with text editor and save your work on computer and compile it in the terminal. Let's see how. So now, open brackets the text editor that we installed it into our computers. Then make sure you are using Python in the text editor. Then type your first Python code, print hello world, that we've used in our previous lecture. Don't forget the quotation marks. And then save your file on your computer. It's better to save it in your desktop. Then name the file as hello and make sure the format of the file is like what it shows in the screen. py means Python, and then click save. How to run Python file on terminal. To run our Python program file, we first go to terminal and type ls, which means list all the folders in your computer. And then type cd, which means change directory, and put desktop if your Python file is on desktop, and press enter. After that, type python space and dot slash file name .py. Pretty well. As you see here, the program printed hello world really well. Thanks for watching. Test out your program during your work. Test out your program. You can test out your new programs immediately like what we showed in the previous lecture. So a good practice is to have your command prompt open at the same time that you have your text editor open. When you save your changes in your text editor, you can immediately run the program from the command line, allowing you to quickly test the changes. What is syntax? Syntax. Syntax is an important thing in programming languages, and it's like grammar in English. You have to know the grammar to use English correctly. Let's see how. So, for example, I'm gonna give you a syntax example to see how it goes. Here is just a comment. So, syntax is like grammar in English, and all programming languages have that. So, the example of the syntax will be for loop. So, the syntax is for val means value in range parentheses 5 colon. Then print val or value. And then we will try that on terminal. But first we need to save the file and then try it on terminal. As you can see here, the for loop works well and start counting from 0 to 4. And we will learn more about this for loop in future lectures. Thanks for watching. How to use if-else statements in Python. So, as always, first we go to brackets and then create any variable name such as num and assign it with any number such as 3. Then we type if statement variable num greater than or equal sign 0 ended up with colon. After that, type print with the string signs and write positive number. So now type the else statement followed with the colon in the end. Then type print with the string signs and then type negative number. So finally we can understand that these statements mean if the variable number is greater than or equal 0, print it's a positive number. Anything else, print for me it's a negative number. So this is just an example for if statements. Then don't forget to save your work. So right now, let's try if it works on terminal. First, type Python, and it's easier for us to drag and drop the file to the terminal and then press enter. As you can see here, it works well and printed positive number. Anyways, thanks for watching. String operations. String operations. Strings are kind of text, and they can be defined as anything between the quotes. Let's see how. So, first go to brackets. So to type a string in Python, first you have to create any variable such as a string equal string signs hello Python. Hello Python here is string, and the variable is also string. After that, we will print our string to see if it works well. Print parentheses, between the parentheses put a string, as you see in the screen. After that, save the file and try on terminal to see how it goes. Type Python 3, drag and drop the file, and press enter. Pretty nice, as you see here, hello Python printed well in the terminal. So now, let's try to add another string. We will create a variable called string2 and assign it using equal sign, string signs. I love to learn new things in Udemy. After that, we will print these two strings together. We will type print parentheses string plus string2. Then save the file and try on terminal again. As you can see here, it's printed well, but we have a little problem, which is the space between Python and I. So to fix that, you have to put the space after Python or before I love. One of them can be worked. Save the file and try on terminal again. As you see here, it's fixed well right now. Cool? Thanks for watching. Boolean values. Boolean values. Most of programming languages, including C, C++, Java, and Python, provide the Boolean type, which means can be either set to false or true. Note, in programming languages, we use 1 as true value and 0 as false value. Let's see how. First, we go to brackets. So, in here is just a comment. Alright, to use Boolean, we have to create a variable called a and assign it by true. Just an example. You can create any variable names that you want. Make sure the T if true is capital letter, and create another variable called b as example and assign it by false if is capital also. After that, print variable a and print variable b. Then save the file and try on terminal. As we learn, type Python 3, drag and drop the file to terminal and press enter. So now you can see the output here, true and false. There is another thing we have to know, which is not true or not false. So to use not, create any variable name such as a equal not true. T is capital also. In this case, not true means false. Also, create a variable called b as example and do the same thing, not false, which means true. Alright, so print a and print b and try them on terminal. Don't forget to save the file before trying on terminal. As you can see here, the result became opposite. Very good. Thanks for watching. In operator. In operator. The in operator could be used to check if a specified object or variable exists within the list of variables. Let's see how. To use in operator, we first go to brackets. So in here, we need to create a variable, for example, animal, and assign it with a string name dog. Don't forget the string signs. Okay, right now we need to use if statements. So type if animal, then in operator with a list of strings. To make a list of strings, open brackets and put the string names following with the string signs separated by comma, and then close the brackets and put colon. For example, I wanna put any different strings. I will put lion, cat and dog. After that, I'm gonna print your animal is in the list to make sure that it works well. Then we gotta try on terminal. So now open terminal and type Python 3. Drag and drop the file and press enter. Cool. As you can see here, it says your animal is in the list, which means it works fine right now. So right now we want to use the keyword not and type animal not in the list. Also, change in the print statement and make it your animal is not in the list to make it little fancy. And delete the string dog, then try that on terminal. Don't forget to save the file before trying on terminal. Very good. Not displays well. Thanks for watching. Our first simple program. To start working in our program, we use the text editor brackets. So let's start working on our simple program right now. I want to create a variable called name and assign it with print to display on the screen to the user. Then put brackets and type input inside the brackets, which means to prompt the user to type something. And type another brackets and put a string signs, put your name. Or you can put whatever you like. After that, I wanna create another variable called age and assign it with print. Then open brackets and put input to prompt the user to type whatever they want. Then open another brackets and type what is your age. Finally, I want to display to the user thanks message. So type print and open brackets, string signs, and thank you for using my program. So now, save your work and try and terminal now and see what we did. Cool, now enjoy with your Python program. Thanks for watching. Simple program to calculate age. We first go to brackets. So here is just a comment and it's not gonna hurt the program. Then I type print to display a little information about the program, such as answer the questions to know how long you have lived in this life. After that, I will make a variable called name and assign it to input. Then open brackets, string signs with the word name. Alright, then print open brackets with the string signs, and I will type, for example, what's your age? Comma, open brackets with the variable name that we did above, comma, and question marks with the string signs. Now, I will make a variable called age and assign it to int. Int means integer. Integer only takes whole numbers. Now, open brackets, input, and open brackets, string signs, the word age. As you can see here, it's just a comment for you. Then type days equals age multiplied to 365, which means to convert it to years. We also gonna convert minutes and seconds. The last thing we gonna display the days, minutes, and seconds. But we should write the variable's name to be displayed also. Then we print a thank you message. Save your work and try on terminal right now. Alright, don't forget to use Python 3. Then enjoy your program. Thanks for watching. Upper and lowercase functions. To do the lowercase function in Python, we first go to brackets and make any variables. For example, my name and assign it by a string such as Jeff. And make sure the first letter is a capital letter. Then print my name dot lower and put 2 brackets. After that, save the file and try in terminal and see what it's gonna print for us. As you can see here in the screen, Jeff became small letter because we used lower function. Okay, so right now go ahead and try upper by the same way that we use for lower. Then save the file and try on terminal again. As you can see here, Jeff became capital letters when we use the upper function. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. No lines in strings. No lines in strings. We can use no line in strings whenever we need to use it. Let's see how. We first go to brackets and try this as example. Type print with the string signs and kinds of fruit: apple, banana, pear, peach. So if we try this on terminal right now, it will print only one line. As you see here, it's printed all the fruit together in one single line. But we need to make each kind of fruit in a new line. So to make each fruit in a new line, we have to do this. We should type backslash with the letter N, exactly like what you see in the screen here. We actually can put it whenever we want the new line to be. Then save the file and try it on terminal. Very nice. As you can see here, each kind of fruit became in a new line. Cool? Thanks for watching. Combining strings. Combining strings. To combine strings, for example, you might want to store first and last name in separate variables, and then you want to combine them if you want to display full name. Let's see how. First, go to brackets. Create variable names. First name with a string John, and last name assigned by Jeffrey, for example. Then we create another variable called full name assigned by first name plus last name variables. So right now, print the full name. Save your file and try it on terminal right now. As we can see here, we have a space problem. We just have to put a space after John or before Jeffrey. All of them would work. And try again in terminal. As you can see in the screen, it works well right now. Also, there is a common way to put a space, which is after the plus, put a string signs, space, and another plus. Save the file and see the terminal again. This way is also working well. Pretty good. Thanks for watching. String function. String function. String function is a built-in function that can be useful if you have a string sentence and you have an integer number and you want to print them all together as a string to be in one sentence. Let's see how. Alright, so now go to brackets and create any variable such as my name and assign it with a string sentence. For example, hello, my name is Jeff and my age is. Then create an integer variable, for example, age, and assign it by an integer. As we mentioned before, integer means whole numbers. Create a variable called total and assign it by the variables my name plus age. Then print total. Save the file and try on terminal and see what it shows. As you can see here in the terminal, it shows an error that asks to make the variable age to be on a string and printed well. Okay, so let's fix that. So as you can see here, 32 is an integer. To print that as a string, we should put str before age and put the age variable between the brackets or inside the brackets. After that, save the file and try on terminal now. Very nice. It works well right now and it displays the 32 integer as a string. So str function is very helpful to convert integers to strings. Thanks for watching. Title function. Title function. The title method is nicely capitalize the first characters of the words. Let's see how. First, go to brackets and create a variable called name and assign it with any name. Jeff as example. Make sure the string names are small characters. Then create another variable called last name and assign it by string Jackson. After that, print the variables my name plus last name. So right now, put the title method with its parentheses after my name and last name. Then save the file and try on terminal. Alright, as you can see here, we got a space problem. We just have to put a space after Jeff or before Jackson. Pretty cool, it works right now. As we can see here, the first letter of Jeff, which is J, became capital. And the same thing with Jackson, J became capital. Anyways, thanks for watching. Lists in Python. Lists in Python. Lists are a group of elements that are in particular order. In Python, square brackets means a list, and each element in the list is separated by commas. Let's see how. To create a list in Python, first go to brackets and create any name variable for your list. As example, I'm gonna name it animals, then put equal brackets and then put the elements with the string signs. For example, lion, tiger, dog, parrot. Put commas to separate between the elements. After that, print animals and try it on terminal. Don't forget to save the file before trying on terminal. As you can see here in the terminal, the list of animals printed exactly like what it shows in the code. Alright, now if you want to print any specific element from the list, such as lion, you have to type print animals brackets and put 0 in the brackets, which means the first element in the list. That title method is just an optional if you want the first character to be capital. Then try it on terminal again. Yeah, look at that, line is printed well. So if we wanna print the element parrot, which is number 3, try this also on terminal. It works well, this one also. Cool. We also have another way to print the elements from the end to the first, which is type print animals brackets and put -1 as example to print from the end, which is parrot, and see that on terminal. So if we change it to -3, it will print tiger. Or -4 to print lion. Finally, you have either way to print the elements from the list by start counting from 0 or print from the end by -1. Cool, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Combine an element from a list with a string. First, go to brackets. As you see here, we have a list of animals, so we will create a string message as example and assign it by a string of I love my space. Then print message plus animals element 2 or dog. Untitle method is just optional. Then try it on terminal. Look at that, it's printed I love my dog. Very nice. Actually, there's another way to print that. By using print I love my plus space plus animals element -2 or dog. That title is just an optional, but it's good if you just put title. Okay, try on terminal now. Cool, it's printed I love my dog. Very good. That's all for now. make sure you have to do this by yourself and your computer. Thanks for watching. Change an element from a list. To change elements from a list in Python, go to brackets. As you can see here, we have our previous list, which is animals. So if we want to change an element, for example, the element parrot, which is number 3. So we just have to type animals, square brackets, number 3, equal sign, string signs with the new element name, such as cat. After that, print animals, save the file, and try on terminal now. Very good. As you can see here, cat is superseded parrot's place. Okay, so let's try to change another element. For example, line, which is number is 0. Type animals, square brackets with number 0, equal sign, string signs, and the name of the new element such as monkey. Okay, save the file and try on terminal now. Wonderful, the element line is changed to monkey right now. Okay, try to do it on your computer right now and see how it goes. Anyways, thanks for watching. Delete an element from a list. To delete an element from a list, go to brackets and create a list. For example, Toyota, and the elements are, for example, Camry, Corolla, Nissan. So right now, to delete an element, you just have to type del and the list name Toyota with the square brackets and the number of the element such as Nissan, which his number is 2 because Camry is 0, as we know that. After that, print Toyota, save the file and try it on terminal. Great! As you see here, Nissan does not print it and it's deleted already. Okay, let's try to delete another element. For example, Camry, which is number 0. Save the file and try it on terminal again. Cool, Camry is deleted already. Thanks for watching, guys. Using sort and reverse methods. So we have created a list already. Now, if we type the name of our list, which is list by capital L, and dot sort parentheses, then print the list and try it on terminal. Okay, sort method is sorted all the elements alphabetically: apple, book, camel, dog. So if we want to sort backward alphabetically, we have to type reverse inside the parentheses of the sort method equal true. Make sure T is capital letter. Always in Python, we have to use capital letter T for true or capital F for false. Alright, try on terminal now. Great, it works well right now. Also, we can use reverse method to sort the elements from the end or from right to left. So, to do that, type the list name, which is list, dot, reverse with its parentheses. Then save the file and try it on terminal. As you can see here, it's reversed from right to left. Thank you so much. Using length method. First we go to brackets. As you can see here, we have our list here. So to use length method that shows how many elements in the list, we type print parenthesis len parenthesis and the list name, which is list. After that, save the file and try it on terminal. Cool, it's printed that 4 elements, which are correct. Book, apple, dog, camel, they are 4 elements in the list. Using for loop in lists. For loop in lists. For loop in Python is very useful and very common thing to do in almost all programming languages, but when we use for loop in lists, it helps us to print each element from the list individually. Note, we can use for loop for many different things in programming, but in this time we will use for loop with lists. Let's see how. First we go to brackets. As you can see here, we have our list: book, apple, dog, camel. Okay, so to print out each element from the list using for loop, easily we just can type for list in list colon, make sure L is capital. Okay, what we typed here is for means for loop. List in list means to call each element from the list and store it in the variable list, which is the second list. After that, print to see what we did here. So, to print in for loop, make sure you have the indent or press tab in the keyboard. But in this application brackets, when you press enter, it gives the indent automatically. Then type print, put any strings such as I love my space plus list. Alright, save the file and see it in terminal. Very good, it shows all the elements with the string that we entered. Is that cool? Okay, for now we want to print a thank you string. To print a thank you string, do not put the indent, which means it's out for loop. Then try it on terminal. Wonderful! As you can see here, it's printed alone. But if we put the indent before print, look what it shows. It's printed thank you message with each element of the list. Alright, hopefully you got the idea of for loop. Thanks for watching. Using for loop with range method. Using for loop with range method. Range method is very useful function that can generate numbers that you specified. Let's see how. First we go to brackets and type for value in range parenthesis 1 to 5, which means here to generate numbers starting by 1 stops in 5, which means 5 will not going to print. Also make sure you have the indent before print keyword because it should be within for loop. Then print that by typing print value. Okay, let's try that on terminal. Okay, as you can see here, we get an error because we forgot the colon. These little mistakes are always happening with programmers. Just be aware of that. Okay, try that on terminal again. Wonderful, it works well right now. It started from 1 and stopped on 5. Thanks for watching. Using min, max, sum with numbers and lists. First go to brackets and create a list. For example, list num and add any numbers such as from 1 to 10. Then print min with its parentheses and put the list name, which is list num, inside min's parentheses. Try that in terminal. Very good, it's printed the minimum number in the list, which is 1. Alright, now try the word max instead of min and see what it shows in terminal. Cool, number 10 is the maximum number in the list. But now use the word sum. That will add all the numbers in the list together and it will give you the total. Great. Number 55 is the sum of all the numbers in the list. Good job. Thank you so much.